the main enemy here is really sugar. If you have a six-pack and you're looking good and you're feeling good about your body, it's very hard for you to still feel depressed. Do you know what I mean? Like clients like, listen, don't ever eat any of this, never, never, ever, because of
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another instalment of the Off Plan podcast. And today I'm with a very special guest, one of my good friends, PT Phil, or Phil as everyone knows him. He's a charmer, and you know he's doing a come up on Instagram now. He's getting some very good views. He's putting out some really good content, and obviously I was like, you know what, might as well bring him down to have a chat, get to know him a bit more, and enjoy his favourite meal. So what meal do you have right here for us now?
So today I went with the butterfly chicken with some rice and coleslaw.
Just simple, isn't it? It's literally
Delicious.
like it's like a bodybuilder meal, but it's actually nice though. It's one of those funny jokes. When bodybuilders go out to eat, they just get like chicken and rice, like steak and rice. It's
Can't go wrong with this. Can't go wrong.
No, well, so let's just dig in before we get into the questions.
Yes, sir. So let me know what you think.
Well, it looks amazing as well.
It's a Fanta sauce, so it's a new one.
Yeah. Already, wow. Yeah. Not dry at all. That's really nice. A little bit of the rice as well. They always do good rice.
Nah, the best, bro.
That's like the go-to, like... Yeah, it's like two sides. This is basically what I'll have as well. Sometimes I'd get a wrap or a burger, but this is usually the go-to there.
Yeah.
You go to that meal, mate. All right, so would you like to introduce everyone to, you know, who you are and kind of like what you're about?
Right. So, as he said, my name is Phil. I'm actually a personal trainer. So, I've been training in our local gym for around 2 to 3 years now. So, I'm from Brazil. And like you said, I'm just trying to come up on the Instagram. So, if you guys want to follow me there.
Run it up. He's right here, you know.
See the content, everything, guys. Bringing out some content every day. So, yeah, I'm just trying to really come up on it, trying to blow up the Instagram, trying to have a bit of fun with it at the same time, do you know what I mean? So it's a place where I want to entertain people, and I think right now in the world we are in, social media is where it's at.
Yeah.
So I feel 100%. Like, or you watch content or you make content, and I think I'm tired of just watching. It's time to actually create something.
No, that's 100%. That's obviously what we're doing here now, is to make something, and I think it's the thing that you also mentioned on is that you like to do it, and like I don't know if this will get anywhere, like the podcast will get anywhere, but I'm just like by doing it, I'm putting my best foot forward, because with this game it's about consistency and luck, but without trying, you're not even attempting at all. So with this, trying to get something down, but obviously the concept is very kind of different than to most like podcasts. And I just love talking to people.
Yeah.
And getting to know people and doing it over like some food and just like some good vibes.
It's more casual.
Yeah, it's more casual because like there's a lot of professional podcasts out there, and I would like this to get like professional, but I still want it to be like down to earth there. So it's just doing it because you love it at the start, and then seeing the rewards at the end, but it's just mainly because of the love. And I think, especially with the social media and game and all that, if people could see that you really like what you do, like you really have fun making your videos. Like I laugh when you make your videos there. Like that one where I know that guy, the Viner who did it, he's called Anwar. He does like the drive-by, and then you're in the car just like explaining like, yeah, so you want to build muscle.
Something simple like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just the funny things there. So obviously on the come up of everything there. So jumping off of what you've said about kind of social media and being a PT, I think the big question I want to ask is what's your opinion on the current kind of like market of being a PT, especially in this day and age?
Yeah, I feel like as a PT, if you don't want to move your stuff online, I feel like there's a market there that is huge. So like as a PT, I feel like we have to be putting out content, and it's more even people are, oh, you're trying to do it for the money. I think it's like a portfolio type of thing, because like I want people to get to know me before they even get to know me, if you know what I mean. Like they can look at my Instagram, like, oh, okay, this is who he is, and like this is what he does. So it's just more of showing my character before someone can just want to invest in training with me. And I feel like social media now has made it so much easier for PTs, for me to try and get clients from all over the world. So even like I have people from Brazil that are interested in training with me and things like this. So it's just now me bringing out content, it's just even to educate people, because obviously there's so many different content creators out there, you already know this. So it's just like it's standing out, trying to be a bit different. But the thing is with me, I'm actually enjoying making content. So, and that's the key for me. It's not even about trying to make money. I think it's like it's actually a really fun thing to do. It's like a little side hustle that we can have, and it's enjoyable. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. It's a form of, it's weirdly enough, it's a form of creative expression. Like through what I've learned, like creativity can show up in so many other ways. And for me, it's through like editing and graphic design and all of that. But for someone like you, creativity is expression on, obviously you play a lot of football. It's expressing that on the pitches, making up these things on the fly and doing content creation like that. So it's really shows how the thing that kind of gets someone popular is not really just kind of the niche that they're in, it's usually their personality. Because you could take someone like Sam Sulek. He's very raw, he's very just in it gritty, but just his like kind of love for bodybuilding, it's something so authentic and different. That's why a lot of people resonate to it. And also he's got that kind of like voice. It's like you could fall asleep to him just talking.
Kind of ASMR type.
Yeah, it's like ASMR, you know, car talks, man. Fall asleep to an hour and a half of car talks.
He's good. I like Sam Sulek because he's like real.
Yeah.
So he's not trying to do too much. He's just doing what he loves.
Yeah.
And he just put a camera in front of it, and he's just doing what he usually does, and like that's what it is. I think people fall in love with him because it's just sound training. Do you know what I mean? Like they can just relate to him. Like it's not too much going on. It's just pure. So I see him.
Well, I think that is like what most people want is just realness, because especially on the social media space, like how many people do we see on like Instagram and TikTok that are just kind of like they put on these personas? Like one was like Eddie Abu. Even though he still believes in the things he's saying, he's such a character to be like, this is shit, can't be in this shit. Like even though he brings out some really good messages, the way it's packaged is so extreme that it's quite hard to actually kind of take in the good, because it's just put in that way.
Yeah, he puts a lot of stuff out, and like you said, there is a lot of good things, but he forgets there's a balance. I always believe in balance. Like, I get what he means, like the foods and everything, not to eat crap, but like, life is about balancing. So like, I wouldn't want to tell my, because I feel like you got to enjoy something as well. Like, I don't want to take everything away from you, but like, if you want to stop it, then that's up to you. Do you know what I mean? But then I still believe, like, if you eat well Monday to Friday, and then on a Saturday and Sunday you want to have a Five Guys or a little pizza, treat yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, life is not that serious that you can't eat anything apart from eggs and steak and rice.
Well, for like people like us, we enjoy kind of the journey, the craft of bettering ourselves, and we actually enjoy eating nice meals, like healthy meals. It's due to the fact that we know this is helping us, but also like when you eat good, you feel good. You feel good, like that stuff there. And even this, I wouldn't really consider this like unhealthy because it's chicken, it's rice. Okay, the coleslaw maybe's got a bit of fat in it, but you compare it to a lot of other fast food chains. You're just like, but that's just like fucking. It's not like I love a Five Guys.
Yeah.
That's just like the burger, the grease, and all that. It comes off quickly.
Yeah.
So it's being able to kind of find out like, oh, I really enjoy Nando's. Like, you can just fit in a Nando's into your diet.
Okay, yeah.
You just have to be smart about it. And
100%.
I think a lot of people need to kind of just educate themselves and like know how to do things. And I think that's when like you come in, like you come in to educate them and tell them, no, you can enjoy the food you want. You just need to take in these other like things. So it's like a puzzle pieces putting them together. So that's a really good path to go there.
Yeah, like I feel people get confused about diet because they feel like, oh, if I eat a cookie, but people don't know that you can still put on weight if you just eat rice and chicken, because it's all about the calories in reality. So it's just like you can balance, like you can have a Five Guys on a weekend, but then if you want to have a Five Guys every day, and then you're gonna have a milkshake, and then you're gonna have some fizzy drink, and then you're gonna have this and that, that's where it goes wrong. So it's just like, for example, when I have my cheat, I'll have just the Five Guys and I'll have water and I'll have that, and then that'll be good for me for that day. And then in the evening, I'll have like something a bit about rice or just a steak or something. It's just about balancing it out. So I don't, if someone said to me, oh, do you feel bad because you're eating a Five Guys? I was like, I don't feel bad. I don't think about the calories. I feel like I'm eating my Five Guys because I can. Like we put on a good physique, but it's more for like, so I can enjoy everything anytime. I don't want to just have this and be like, oh, I need to make sure I don't eat this, I don't eat that. It's just like, okay, in the beginning, I can understand someone's trying to like lose weight and they want to be strict on themselves, but they gotta find the balance, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and balance is really key at the end of the day, because what's the point of kind of doing all this fitness to extend your life when you're not actually living your life?
That's it.
Because even just doing this now, this is balance. This is, you're socialising with your mate, you're going out to all these things. Unless you're like a professional like bodybuilder, or like you need to be on your craft 24/7, like getting the scale out, or like having your meal prep, then you don't really need to be doing all these extremes. Because I think a lot of people really jump onto these extreme things because they think it will work. It's like, oh, I'm going to cut out my carbs, or I'm going to do some intense cardio every single day. When do you see in your clients that they do jump on these extremes when they haven't even mastered the basics yet?
That's it. And that's what I see a lot of them doing. It's just like, I'm not going to eat rice, or now I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. It's just like, listen, let's start from the beginning. Let's have the simple meals, the eggs and the chicken and the steak, and you can have whatever you want to have, but like, we need to get in the gym first of all. So most
You get in the gym.
people, they just like, they want to do this extreme diet because they've seen someone else doing it online, but it's just like, it takes time. So that's the problem. The problem is people want to get the results now, and like they don't understand that it can take 3 to 4 years to achieve the, like, I feel like for me, I still got another 2 years until I can reach my maximum. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like it takes time, but it's like you said before, it's the consistency. So like you have to train and you have to do the like, okay, on your days off, can I do some walking instead? But then it's just like, these guys that do these strict diet, like, I'm not gonna eat this, I'm just gonna eat that, and it's this. It's just like, if that makes you happy, cool. But I wouldn't just tell my clients, just like, listen, Cole, this crap out, do this, and that. It's just like, I wanna look at your diet. Can we take away something and add a bit more protein, or can we stop the fizzy drinks? Because it's just like, the main enemy here is really sugar.
That's true.
That's what I believe. Is like, a lot of people forget that it's just like they be having fizzy drinks and like have lots of milkshakes, just sugary stuff, and it's just like, and they don't understand where this fat is coming from when they're in a calorie deficit. It's just like,
it's very strange about that, because even though I wouldn't say sugar is the whole like problem, it's mainly just like it's kind of the form that sugar is taken in. Because like me, I eat a lot of sugar in a day, but that sugar mainly comes from like fruit, milk, dairy, like natural sources. And I think the main thing that separates us from like the average population is that it's our activity level. Is that we're actually using the energy we're taking in, because we see it as also as fuel as well as enjoyment. Whilst a lot of people just view food as just kind of that enjoyment because you get a lot of dopamine out of eating.
That's true.
That's definitely my addiction. Like,
Yeah.
I would much rather, instead of having a pint of lager,
Yeah.
I'd much rather save those calories to have, let's say, a slice of cake.
Yeah.
So again, it's trading in these different things, but that's obviously that's because I know me, I know my body, and I think a lot of people need to kind of get to know their body as well. So, getting to know their body. If you had to go to a new client right now or tell to a viewer right now, what are the basics that they just need to, the foundation of making, let's say, a fit and healthy life?
I think the foundation is eating singular foods. Like, first, let's start with just stop buying all this crap where there's loads of ingredients. I believe it's just like, listen, buy just the chicken, and not the chicken that is already seasoned. You season your chicken. Like, you buy the steak, you have the rice, the potatoes. Like, start with the things that you can grow outside in your garden. Do you know what I mean? Like, just the basic. And but that's boring. Can you eat the same food? But no, you can change it up. But I don't think that like, going into the supermarket and buying these things that you can see there's loads of ingredients. I was like, first of all, you need to start enjoying the real food, the vegetables, the potato. Like I said, it's just the simple stuff. It's very simple to be healthy. And like, even here where we are, there's just so many good foods out there. But like, I think the main struggle is just people find it boring. Like, people just don't enjoy just having the rice and the chicken. I enjoy it because like, people ask me, don't you get bored? It's like, but I season it well. It tastes good. Why would I stop eating something that tastes good and makes me feel good? Like, the difference is when I have a Five Guys, I'll feel like, okay. But then when I have my steak, my rice, and then I have a bit of couscous and a bit of veg, I feel energy. I feel good. So it's just like, people need to try and understand, like, to balance it out a little bit, and actually these foods will make you feel good.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
It's a very big thing about like mentality also. It's just like, what kind of framework are you thinking of as well? Because you're in that very positive framework, as like, as you said, I make my food my own. Because people do think like, the common chicken, broccoli, rice, they see a bland photo, like literally plain rice, boiled chicken, and broccoli. I'm like, no, you can get your chicken breast, you can marinate it overnight, you know, in whatever seasoning you want. Like, even jerk marinade's like really nice. Like, with your rice, you can cook it in like veggie stock, adds flavour. Spices, like vegetables, like me, I love roasting my vegetables. Like, boiling them is just like,
Yeah.
But you put them in like the oven or even the air fryer for just, let's say, 15 minutes, bit of salt, bit of pepper, whatever seasoning, comes out really nice. I even add a bit of sweetener onto it, because it gives it a bit of like balance out the flavours. But also you can spice it up in different ways. Like, chicken and rice doesn't have to be just chicken and rice. It could be an Asian style like cuisine, or it could be a Caribbean style. Like, it's just these foundations, but then you can add more things to it. But unfortunately, I don't think that many people know how to cook properly.
No, but the thing is, there's so many like everything is online.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. It's just like, you can go into a local Tesco's. There's different seasonings. They even have season that all you have to do is just put it on a chicken. Like, I even bought like a Nando's seasoning.
Yeah.
Like, I like Nando's, so I was like, let me put that on my chicken, and it still tastes good.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of like, if I just had to go and have chicken with just rice and then no seasoning, I wouldn't be able to eat it either.
No.
So like there's sauces and seasoning that you can add into it to make the food taste good. So it's just like, it's a whole process, isn't it, as well? Because like you said, not everyone knows how to cook, and like I don't consider myself a chef, but I try to learn. Because at the end of the day, we have to learn. Because if getting in shape is like something you want to do, this is something you're gonna have to do. Like you're gonna have to be boring. Sometimes I believe it's good to sometimes be boring.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to just have the rice, the chicken, and it doesn't have to be chicken. There's fish. There's other stuff that you can eat. Like I just prefer chicken because after eating years, I used to have breast, legs. I love chicken wings. I think it's the most delicious part of the
you
chicken.
do a lot of videos of your chicken wings. And
That's it. Like, and it's very simple seasoning, and for me it tastes perfect. But like for example, I only have it for one meal. So in the evening, I'm gonna change it up to a steak. Oh, but like, it's expensive or this. If you go to a butcher, it's like 15, 16 pounds for a kilo of steak we're talking about. And Nando's or Five Guys, that's 15 pounds for one meal. Like this is what I mean, people getting confused of getting healthy, it's not even that expensive.
No.
Like if you really look and try find like a good butcher, meat is not that expensive.
No.
So...
No, not at all at that point there. Again, it's just educating yourself then again, and that's the blessing of... I got a lot of my fitness knowledge from just online, reading a lot off there, and just kind of that's where like the passion developed. And speaking of passion, obviously you're from Brazil. Where did... Like, tell me like a bit about your upbringing and like how you found a passion in fitness and doing what you do now.
So, because I'm in Brazil, when I moved here when I was 10. So what happened was I was just a boy there playing football every day. Like, all I did, go to school in the morning, in the afternoon, call my friends, let's play football. I've never been one to, I want to study. All I cared about is playing football. Then my nan actually lives here. So she said to me, would you like to come over to England? I said, why not? Why not? Let me see what's going on in England. And I did come over, and it was a bit of a shock. I can't lie. It was a bit, what's going on here? But I got into school. I actually made some friends, but it actually took me like a year to learn English. So I was really grateful. I actually met a couple, as soon as I arrived, I actually met a mate that started taking me out. We went to it was actually snowing here. And I always remember one of the first people, as soon as I arrived, was like, do you want to come out in the snow? And me, I speak no English. But this time I saw that people here, even though I didn't speak English, they still wanted to play, have fun and go do stuff. So with that, I just started learning, and playing football was always my key here. I wanted to play professionally, go to the States and whatever I needed to do, but life happens, right? So I used to play with Chelsea. I used to have trials for them and play football over there, but then it's 1.7% make it. So what happened was I decided that, okay, similar to football, can I be a coach? So I did a coaching course at Middleswood, and then I did that, and I realized actually I love to play football, but coaching is not for me. So I just took a break. So what happened was just being in and out of jobs, trying to find what I like, and then COVID happened. And then what happened there is I've decided, you know what, it's time to lock in. So I was weighing around 58 kg when I started my journey, 58. And then I thought, listen, I'm going to cook all my food, packaged chicken, veg, rice, I'm going to start cooking it. And all I started with some pull-ups. There's videos of me, I'm just going to the park every day, pull-ups, dips, press-ups. And then what happened was, I don't know, I gained 10 kilos. Then I thought, wow, how can I stay in this lifestyle? And because I enjoyed it, I enjoyed the journey. I actually want to help people, and I want to stay fit forever. So I'm looking around, I was like, actually, I can be a personal trainer. I'm going to be in the gym, I'm going to do what I love doing, I'm going to be able to train, I'm always going to want to train. and plus I can help other people. So then that's when I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a course. So I just went to London, did a 6 weeks course, and then boom, started straight away, got a job at Pure Gym. So that was a really good gym for me to start off, because like it's a big gym, do you know what I mean? Like, and there you...
Everyone goes there, so many potential, yeah.
That's it, and they were so welcoming, threw me into the deep end. I was having to do classes, and then I got my first client there, and then I started training there, but then I thought, okay, I wanted something closer to home.
Yeah.
So then that's why I found out about Guildford Spectrum, and then they were hiring people, and then I just straight away jumped in there, gave them my CV, and they actually took me in. So then I've been there till today, and that's where I learned everything I know now, because I've got the experience. And then customers came to me, and a lot of them actually come to me because they want to have a chat. Like, a lot of them say, oh my God, like, because I realized people hate training. And reality is very rare where you find people that actually enjoy doing what we do. And like, I enjoy it, but like a lot of people, it's just like, this is like, oh, can't do it. But what I thought PTing on the beginning is like, okay, come in, I'm gonna have to just, kill you. And it's just more of a, come in, let's have a chat. How's your day? Like, I'll push you through when we have to do the sets, but most of the time we're just having a nice chat. You telling me how things are going, and you get to know a lot of people, do you know what I mean? And with PT and doing classes, that helped me with my other social aspects of my life, because like, if you think about it, I'm dealing with strangers every day. If I do an induction, I'm just like, I just got to know you. I have to now be with you for an hour.
Yeah.
So I have to keep you busy. So it's even like, I learned that like, it's not, for example, I give, and then when we're on a break from the exercise, I have to now think of like, okay, I need to chat to this person. I need to get to know them. And that there helped me start like losing a bit of like building confidence even on myself, because now I can just like, I'm able to speak to whoever I want. But before, because I never had this, so like even PTing gave me open doors for other things for me as well. So to be more comfortable, like I don't think if I was a PT and able to chat, I'll be able to sit on a camera and just be comfortable to like nothing's going on. And so it's just like, mainly PT for me, it's just like, I wanted to get fit and I got healthy, and I feel good now, and I feel like I want to spread it, and I want to keep this journey going. Like, there's no plan B. Like, for me, fitness is the way, and like, I'm grateful that I get to even help my family. My nan got her in the gym as well, showing to people that like, you can try and run away from the gym, right? You can look at it in two ways. Oh, I have to go. But in the end, what I'm thinking is, when I'm 60, do I want to be in bed, not able to move? Or do I want to get older and be like, I want to see the grandchildren? Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to move. I want to be able to do everything I'm doing now. So if I just stay at home and be stiff and don't do anything, fine. It feels good now, but I feel there will be a price to pay.
Yeah.
And I'd rather pay this price every day in the gym than medicine, because all of these guys are just, everyone's on medication now. There's medication for this, medication for that, and all you had to do is a couple squats, some like stretching, some bits, some things here and there, and then you older you'll get, you'll be fitter. There's people even like in China, I've seen a guy's like 70 and his physique is unbelievable, and all he does is eating the eggs, he's training, he's stretching, and he's a very simple life, but it's a sacrifice at the end of the day.
It is.
So yeah.
That's great. Obviously, I didn't know that you like originally from like. Obviously, I knew you're Brazilian, but I didn't know you came from when you were 10.
Yeah.
So that's really, really interesting to know. See, I know you love playing football. You're a menace on the pitch. I didn't even know you were like trying out for Chelsea, and I'm glad like you realised. It was very good to have like these like big aspirations, because I think a lot of people set their standards too low, which when people see that you set your standards too high, they think you're gonna like, oh, you're crazy, you're like no, you're full of yourself. I'm like, no, I believe in kind of what I can do. But obviously, as you said, the percentages is like what like it is low, but as long as you did it and you tried, that's the most you can say out of it. And I didn't know you were 58 kilos. Yeah. I know you're pretty skinny, but 58 kilos, and then over COVID, you just started doing like calisthenics, and then you gained 10 kilos. Off that, obviously, you ate right as well. You know, you put in the work. 'Cause obviously, you already have like this, like you've been blessed with the ability to do so.
Yeah.
And through that spark of inspiration, you're then, okay, I wanna get other people to kind of better themselves the same as you have. And going back to like what you said about people who are like taking medication and have all these problems which can be fixed if they just implement some fitness.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I had anxiety.
Okay.
I'd have like a couple of anxiety attacks just from like stress, just in general. And then when COVID happened, everything kind of like stopped, and school was kind of put on a back burner. And I think that really gave me time to kind of think, 'cause especially when you're like a teenager, you're put in through the system and you don't really get to kind of know yourself. So with COVID, I kind of knew that, okay, I want to get fitter, I want to get stronger. So I just started doing calisthenics as well.
Okay.
And then obviously the gym that we met, I met Phil literally the first time when he was the PT there, because I knew all the PTs there at the gym. When it reopened and I turned 16, that's when I started training properly. I got with Connor, who's my coach now, and I became friends with everyone. I just started training because I loved it. And I wasn't really bodybuilding. I wanted to like get stronger, so I was doing compounds and all that. But touching back to me having anxiety, is that ever since working out, I've not had an anxiety attack or any like kind of form of it since, what was it, 16? Like,
Okay, that's good.
and I think that's generally just from like putting myself through these kind of tests of strength and getting to know all these people with other aspirations. It really just built up my confidence. It was the same as like you, when you're becoming a PT, your social skills became better as well, because when I did a bit of work experience, these are just strangers. And a lot of people, which I'll agree with the statement, is like having a PT, go and have a PT session is kind of like a therapy session as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're talking to someone else who is there to kind of address these problems. Even though it's mainly kind of like physical, they are there to just kind of be with you and be present in the moment. And I think that's what a lot of people aren't. They're not present.
No.
They're kind of always thinking about all these things. But in the gym, like we can just turn off.
That's it.
This is literally the place for 2 hours where we can just get in our heads, wreck ourselves, but come out better. Which is quite weird, because it's like you go in there to give yourself basically like pain,
Yeah, literally.
but you come out way better for it. Like, I'm so chilled after like a workout, I feel so much better. And obviously if you work out, you have better sleep, you just have better like hormone levels, your way of thinking is just way better. And I think it's the main goal of trying to be a better person for everyone else. And your job like is to make yourself better for everyone else, but make people better for everyone else also. Have you ever experienced any kind of sort of like anxiety or like mental health at all?
To be honest, when I was actually here, when I was younger, because when I arrived, it was only my nan. I left my dad and my mum. For me, my dad was my hero. Like, I did everything with my dad, and like, it was a bit of a shock, because like I did feel a bit lonely, because I love my nan. She did everything she could, but like, still my mum and dad, do you know what I mean? Like, there's still love for them there, and like, my nan gave me everything that I needed, and I'm always grateful. She taught me everything that I know now, helped me through. But when I arrived here as a kid, it's just like, okay, he's changed now. Your dad and your mum's not gonna be here. You're not gonna see them, and like, it's not that. I was lucky enough to have a very nice house, and I that's why I used to spend a lot of my energy playing football. So like for me, it was more of I wasn't happy, not because like I used to see the kids like, oh, with their parents, their dads, mums, and I'm just like, I just go in a place where I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go back. There was even a time in my life where I wanted to go back. I'm like, I was actually in Brazil, and I said to my dad, listen, England is not working for me. Like, I'm like 15, 16. And I said to them, I was like, I'm not happy here. Like, it was just a lot of alone, because obviously everyone knows people here, they have their own friendship groups, you know what I mean? You're a bit of an outsider.
Yeah.
I'm still coming in, and bear in mind, I left all my friends. I wasn't even speaking to any people in Brazil when I arrived. That was it. It's fresh.
Yeah.
No one. So I did feel a bit loneliness, but then as soon as I got there, and I said to my dad, I was like, listen, I think I want to stay, this and that. I'm not happy. And then that's when he turned around and my nan was like, listen, you're going back. Like, this is not an option. And I'm very grateful that she showed me that, like, okay, you need to go back to England. And like, even though in the beginning it's hard, and I still went through it, it was a bit lonely, but then as soon as I came back, and I think what it is actually the mindset.
Yeah.
I just said, this is going to work out for me now. I'm going to do whatever it takes for me to be happy here. And I just cracked on with it. And like, we do get it a little bit, like that anxiety. And like, for me, that's where the gym and doing exercise came in clutch for me, because like every time I felt like, oh, like even these couple of weeks, if I don't feel great or anything, I need to get a pump. I need to go work out. Like, I need to train, put my body through some horrible pain. And I love that pain, because like, I feel life, you have to go through pain.
Yeah.
And like, and the more you run away from the pain, the worse it's gonna be. So like, I never actually been lucky enough to say like, oh, when I was younger, there was a bit of loneliness, but I never felt like I had depression or anything like that. And I can understand like people are depressed and have this. I was like, give exercise a go. Because like, if you have a six-pack and you're looking good and you're feeling good about your body, it's very hard for you to still feel depressed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you have done everything in your power to at least make your body feel good, and look in the mirror and you can actually say, I feel good about myself, I want to see if you're still going to have these issues, because life is tough. And I believe like everyone has stuff going on. I believe you do, I do, my mate. Everyone has stuff going on. And then there's either two things. You can sit and cry, and I feel like no one's really going to be here to save you apart from your mum. Like your mum and your family. These are the only people. And then I just realized like I could start feeling sorry. I was like, oh, I could just get up and crack on with it.
Yeah.
And like, that's been my mentality. Like, oh, people that are like, oh, I'm just depressed. And even my mate said, oh, I need therapy. I was like, listen, man, talk to me, but let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Let's get in a gym. Let's get our shapes. And he said he thanked me from this day, because he said to me, like, actually, I never needed therapy. I just needed to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people's like, yeah, but gym's not going to solve it. He's like, listen, everything can be bad for me, but at least I can go and look in the mirror and be like, I feel good at least. Like, I'm happy with how I look. And that's one thing that is in my power. And it's just the mind. I feel like you control your mind, and if you want to believe that you're worthless and you not have anything, that's what's gonna be. So like, I'd rather believe that like, actually no, I am worth something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in the work, and I know if I suffer now, there will be a payment. Like, I don't know when, but I just know like life, there has to be some type of suffering. And I see all these people that made it. Everyone came from nothing. Everyone suffered. Like, the richest people there is, the people that are in the best shapes, they, like, you know, David Goggins, for example, he went through hell to be what he is now. So that showed me, it's like, okay, all of these bad moments, all of these times I'm like down, up, this is good.
Yeah.
This is the fuel that I need to push. So it's just like, a lot of it is mindset. And there's a lot of it. I had good, positive people around me. And so it's like, it helped me carry on this motivation and wake up every day with like a smile and be grateful to God. And having God in your life for me is one of the most important things. I always leave it into his hands, and like, I try to do right, work hard, and just leave it down to God. And if I do it every day, I feel like I won't miss my lucky day. That's my main thing. But yeah, man.
Wow, you've spouted a lot of good information about that there, and touching one of them is there's a lot of suffering. Everyone's life is going to have some sort of ups and downs. You could be born into the most well-off family, but there's going to be some drop-offs there. But the saying like life is suffering, that's what I think, that's what Buddhism is mainly about. Like, in life there's always going to be suffering, but you can choose what to suffer for. And I think that's what we found out, is that we can put ourselves through these times of toughness to come out better. And there was a weird like quote or something like that. Hard men create good times create weak men, and weak men create bad times, and bad times create strong men, or something along those lines. And it's one of these cycles there. And judging back to kind of like, I don't need therapy, I just need the gym. And it comes to a lot of like men's mental health. Is like, a lot of like girls like, oh, you need to talk to someone. Like, yeah, I want to talk to someone, but it's not like we're completely closed off to emotion. Like that stuff. Like a lot of guys have a lot of emotion. It's just that we know is that we can't just kind of dwell on it and sit on it and let it dictate our next steps. It's something that we've got to address and just kind of push on. So instead of ruminating on these bad thoughts, we need to take those bad thoughts. Okay, what can I do to get better? So let's say you didn't get through a football tryout. Okay, what do? Do I just kind of sack it off, or do I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better, try my hardest.
That's it.
And the only point where you can say, you can never say you give up. You can only say, I failed. Because failure is the result of trying.
Big lesson, isn't it?
And a lot of people just don't really try. They don't put 100% in. No. So, like me, if I fail on something there and I put 100% of my work in, I don't have any excuses. I'm just like, I put in all I could. Nothing's happened. So I can't just be like, oh, no. It's like, there's some people you may know is like when it comes to like uni now, some people, they're like, oh, I didn't get a good grade on this. And I asked them, okay, why? I was like, oh, I kind of slacked off doing this stuff. And I'm like, all right, now you know what to do the next time.
That's it.
But it's also quite hard to do that because as much as we know how to address it, we can tell them, oh, just put in the work. They're like, yeah, but it's not that easy. In our head, it is easy. It's very easy to be like, okay, I'm gonna study more. I'm gonna actually put in lock into a routine. But for them, it's just like, it's quite hard to convince them because they're not like us. No. As much as it seems so easy to be like, oh yeah, you just got to do this, you got to eat healthy, you got to work out. For them, it could literally be like climbing Mount Everest. And that's what I learned from kind of interacting with other PTs, such as yourself, because you could probably recall how many times you've had to get a client to kind of really push their boundaries, even by them just starting doing a barbell back squat or stuff like that. But once they get those small wins, brick by brick, it really does result in a big achievement board, and that's what you can go back on. Because confidence is not about shouting affirmations at yourself in the mirror, it's about having an undeniable stack of proof that you've said what you're going to do and you've done it. And I think that's what we really want to kind of portray to everyone around us, because we want to be those people that are the positive guys in the corner. But being positive doesn't necessarily need to be yes men. It means you have someone that says it has it how it is, because you've probably had friends where they kind of like, they'll think one thing but say another thing. They don't say what they mean because they don't want to hurt your feelings, which means fair enough. But I'm just like, if by you not saying something means that I'm not going to be better from it, then that's quite a disrespect to yourself, because especially with that friendship, you're like, oh, I thought you'd have enough respect for me to say what you actually feel. And that's what I want to be, that type of person to like you, to everyone else, to be like, okay, this is how I see it. This is how you get better. And I know that it would just be the best for the both of us that are there. So especially being a PT, like, how many times have you said that to someone, like, oh, you need to get better, like quite bluntly to a client?
Yeah, and I feel like I've said it to many clients and friends, but I think a lot of people is like, they like the comfort zone. So the problem is, it's just where people struggle is, it's just, but this is very comfortable to be in here. It's cold outside, like. And even to my friends, it's like, bro, we have to look in. This is the type of things. But it's one thing saying it, and then he's doing it for a week. But the issue is, it's just like, it takes time. So it's just like, it's not the case of you just going to study. It's like, okay, but you have to study today and tomorrow and the next day. So it's just like, the whole issue, I think it's just like, it's hard to do it every day.
Yeah.
And that's where, because I feel like the mind wants the easy way out. And like, it's always happy to be comfortable. And a lot of people are happy to be in a comfort zone. And like, what I've learned is, if I'm in a comfort place, or I'm in a place where I'm the best, or I'm in a place where everything is just, I wake up, I do this, I do it, it's just too easy. It's like, I'm in the wrong place. I need some type of stress. I need to challenge myself, because like, we only have one life. And like, I do wonder how far can I get if I really challenge myself enough. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, a lot of people out there, it's just like, it's scared to do things, and like, worried that it might not go well. But like, even if I failed at something, like I didn't get that job, God has a better opportunity for me. This is my mindset. It's just like, if I didn't get, like I said, I didn't get that girl, it's because there's someone better. Or if I didn't get that because there's something better, it's just like, this is what I take. Is like, I learn from it. Okay, this is what I did wrong, this is what I could improve, I'm going to improve over there. So it's just like, the fact is, you have to try. Like, a lot of people is just like, oh, but like, it's too hard. It's like, no, but try. Because trying at least is better than nothing. Like, you get nothing for quitting. And that's a really quote that stuck with me. It's like, you can give up, but you get nothing. So like, we come so far, and just to sit there and give up and have nothing to show, it's just like, I don't believe there's any point. So like, that's why I want to be consistent. I want to try do everything, because like, we will get nothing for quitting. And like, I just can't sit here and just accept that like, this is it now. Like, this is all I can do. And I feel like everyone's set for greatness. Everyone's set to achieve whatever they want. But it's a lot of suffering. It's a lot of cold nights by yourself in your room. And there's a lot of days where you're just going to be lonely. And like, that's not comfortable. Like, that's not fun. And people want fun. Like, we see on Instagram what's going on. Everyone's having so much fun. Like, I want to go down and have a pint. It's sunny outside. It's just like, it's lonely.
It is. And being in comfortable spots is, best for me was like uni. So when I was thinking about doing uni, I was like, I didn't want to do it because obviously it's a big financial strain, and it's just like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to some sort of computer science tech, but I was just like, what happens if I come out of it with a degree but no job? I'm in debt, I'm, just in this weird place, but I was just like, but that's why I should do it. Is because I'm going to be uncomfortable in that spot. And for the first year of uni, I was basically just to myself. I lived in my dorm, went to my uni. I made friends at my who I'm still living with now. But aside from that, I barely went out to the club. Barely did anything like that. I just kind of stuck to my ones, just studied, learned, and did what I could. And with that year, I then got the job opportunity of editing with Jack. And then I just started doing stuff with him. And then when second year came about, I was like, okay, I really need to kind of put myself out there. It's second year. I'm going to be living off campus. I need to start, mingling around a bit. Joined Kickbox Society, got to know everyone there, gained a crowd there. And yeah, I found I was really good with speaking to people, which I always thought I was like an introvert. I am an introvert, but you can be extroverted for the right people. Everyone's got a social battery somehow, and it can be drained, but I knew how to vary it. But even like now, even though I'm like, I go out clubs, I know when to say no. So people are like, do you want to, we're going to go to prison today, do you want to come? It's just like, no, I'm fine. Why not? It's like, because I've got stuff to do tomorrow.
That's it.
And it could be as simple as like, what you got to do tomorrow? Well, I've got gym and I've got to do work. And they're like, oh. They don't see it as kind of like work to do, but it is, because like, especially with me, my goals in powerlifting, even though from like what I compare myself now to people on like the social media, one side of me says, oh, well, you'll never be like top standard, but I'm like, but who knows? I'm still very early in, and as you were saying, like, always like putting 100% in. That's when you know. So that's the thing, like every session has got to be like, okay, this is like 1%. Every session I do is like 0.1 added each time. And like I did some like crazy math. Like I was like, okay, let's say I do I train 48 weeks a year, and I squat 2 times a week, so that's basically 96 times I squat. Okay, and then you do that over 10 years, because they say like, okay, you train properly for about 10 years, you're going to hit some sort of your peak, basically, which could be negligible. There's always new science coming out. Okay, so 960 squat sessions. Let's say 960 is the 100%. Every session is going to be 1 added to that.
Okay.
So if you can kind of visualize it in that way there, so every session you are getting better. It may not show results instantaneously, but you are. And just knowing that, let's say I go through uni and I come out with a successful degree, okay, I went through this period of time, I put in the work and I got something out of it, even though I was unsure. Put myself through uncomfortability to come out better. But especially now, like when times I'm like, oh, I'm a bit low on money, I'm just like, yeah, but I've got everything I need. I've got a roof over my head. I get to have 4 square meals a day.
Yeah.
I get to see you guys at the gym, get to have these conversations. Okay, yeah, fair. I may not be able to buy all these like luxury clothing or go out then. I'm just like, but these things will come.
Yeah.
All I have to do now is just make sure that I'm setting myself up for success. Like, especially my work now is like I'm not getting like a ton of like exposure or like money now, but I know like if I keep on just putting the craft, say with you, that rewards will come. So I think it ties back to like people, they want results really quickly, but they just kind of need to enjoy the journey.
Yeah, 100%.
Enjoy the walk, because it's gonna go by quickly.
Yeah.
You're gonna like look back when you're like 40 and just be like, wow,
Yeah.
where did that time go? Like I'll be 20 in May. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
And I only feel I've been doing this for like 2 years, but I've been doing it for like almost 4. So it's just, yeah, really just trying to enjoy what you're doing now, even though it is suffering, it is doing for a better purpose. So if anyone's in a rut, I'm just like, okay, imagine yourself 10 years in the future. Imagine how happy they would be that you took in the stress now, you did all this now, and in the future, it's like you, like with your grandkids going back there, like you could be, let's say, idle and just kind of not doing it, but imagine yourself in the future being really happy that you get to kick about a football with your grandkids.
100%.
And then absolutely swerve them on the pitch, and then like
Yeah.
show like this is how your granddad does it.
Literally, yeah.
So just in that enjoyment there, and just having a goal of that is really good. Everyone wants the idea of, okay, I want a rich house, I want a wife, I want a super yacht, and I'm like, the likelihood of you getting there is quite bad. Is like very low.
Yeah.
It's good to strive for it. Obviously, strive for it. But don't be sad that you don't get that super like rich lifestyle, but you get a happy lifestyle. Like me, I'm very happy with the idea of owning a house, having a family, being able to maybe go on a holiday once a year, but just being comfortable in the fact that I've put in I've created on myself. Obviously, I still want to do some sort of work in the future, even if I do retire. I still want to keep up my time doing something, because that's the male, that's the dog in us. That's all we need. We need to chase something.
100%.
Like even if if I was a stay-at-home dad, I'd still want to do something at home.
Yeah.
But even the purpose of being a dad is still a righteous purpose in itself. And I think that's a lot of people also undermine, like being a mother is a full-time crack as it is. So that's why I see like being a stay-at-home dad is like, I can see myself doing that. But it's not going to be that idea of just, you're doing nothing. I was like, no, I have a purpose, is to make sure my kids get to school, wake up on time, have the discipline to do all these things, and just really making them some good people. Because like you and your dad, good relationship. You'd want your son, your grandson to have a good relationship with their father, you. So it's, again, making that legacy to be like, this is what I've done. And you are me, you're a part of me.
Yeah.
And you can do that. you just got to put your mind to it.
Yeah, and it's like you learn so much over the years, and then you want to pass it on. Do you know what I mean? Because like when we're older, when we're like 50, 60, it's not going to be, friends are going to be there, but everyone's going to have their own lives.
Yeah.
And like for me, I would love to have a family as well. And it's just same. It's just like one day everyone's going to be gone, and all you're going to have is just what you built, is the kids and their kids and what you have. And for me, like being able to go home to see the wife, the kids, and see my little boy grow up and try to push him to be something better and actually teach him everything that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like try to be better than what my dad gave me was everything. I was like, okay, now I want to give him everything that I didn't have.
Yeah.
But still give him that tough love. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't agree with just like giving everything on a plate. I feel like I should just still try and educate and push my kids. But like they will see me as the role model, and that's why I believe like if your kids are seeing you going to the gym, you're training, you look after, you're working hard, like they're gonna kind of they see you. And like it's just like with my little brother, he's in Brazil, but he been seeing all the videos I'm doing. He's right now doing them as well.
Yeah.
He's going to the gym, and people say, "Oh, your brother's like motivated." It's like, and that's the whole point. It's just like I want to be a good role model. Yeah. So it's like it's all good us doing all of this, but in the end goal is like not to just be rich. I think my type of richness will be having my own house as well, just like you said, and having my wife and getting married and having like 2, 3 kids where I can just come home after a long day. So I see the kids, have a bit of fun, go travel the world, go to Brazil, have a house there. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like everything we're doing is for a greater purpose in like 5, 10 years. So it's just, but that's the thing is like, we see the vision in front, like, and that's what it is like your goal has to be crazy enough that people don't believe you. Like I may believe that I want to be the best PT in Surrey, for example. Oh, like, you're crazy. It's like, but what's stopping me?
Yeah.
Like, what is actually stopping me? If I put in the work, if I show up every single day and I don't miss any day, what's going to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve? Nothing.
Who gonna stop me?
Who's going to stop me? Nothing. So it's just like you said, man, it's just, you got to set your priorities, you know what I mean? It's like, you got to know what you want.
It's a lot about vision. A lot of people don't have vision.
Yeah.
And I think vision is the thing that really can separate you from the crowd. And if you're a goal, you could strive through it. Just keep on pushing on. And I think that's what the whole message of kind of this episode and like the content we're going to be doing in the future is to like, you can do amazing things. Yeah. You just need to actually try and do those amazing things.
Put it down to pen and paper and start from the problem is because when you start, you're not very good. Yeah. Like, oh, the first video I did only got 100 likes, I'm going to stop. It's just like, and that's it. You can't be the best. Yeah. Like, okay, my video is one thing now. Imagine how I'll be in 2 years. Yeah. Like, even when I started PT, they're like, oh, he's not very good. Oh, now he's like one of the best in the gym. So it's just like, that's what it is. It's like you have to start and you have to fail because that's where you're going to learn. So it's just like, I may not be good now, I may not be the best, like a video or anything, but I'm going to keep going. Yeah. And that's the difference. It's like, I will not give up. Like my mindset is set. I was like, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep going. And then one day I'll get there. And if I don't get there, I'm going to keep going because like, I just believe like if I just keep pushing forward, learning and going through, and that's the purpose. Like I believe, what else am I gonna do? I'm just gonna sit at home, watch everyone else succeed in front of me, and it's just like, do you know what? We gotta give this a proper shot. Yeah. And that's what it's about, I think.
So with that vision in mind, what is kind of like your aspirations with your content now? Like what spot would you like to be in, and how are you going to get there?
So to be honest, I want to just make the content for fun, and it's not even to sell my coaching. I kind of want to be just a fitness influencer type of thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's just more of like me showing out my brand and being the PT that still I want to train, and I want people to like educate people at the same time. But like, for example, my dream would be to have like sponsors. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Have like Gymshark, I can wear their uniform and push my own content to a level where like I can just wake up every day and make content and make money from that. And that for me will be my full goal. It's just like, okay, I'm having fun, and I can even take on more entertainment as well. Because I do enjoy the PT side of things, and I do enjoy it, but like, I like to be on camera. I like to like entertain. I like to do like this, like podcasts and things like this, and go do other things. It's not just set for me to just be like, okay, this is what you do, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's opportunities for me to even be showing myself on TV, or like being able to travel and show like how lifestyle is, it's just like, I feel like the internet is a door open for a lot of things. So like, the first step is just to get my face out there, and like, hopefully I want to be able to sell just my actual programs where it's sold to you. So it's like, okay, this is a 6-week program, here it is, it's set, you go and do it, and then if you need any help, you come and speak to me and things like this. So, but it's just like, that's the main thing, working out, making people laugh, entertained, you know what I mean? And then that's where I'm hoping to go, to be honest, and just having, the main thing is I'm gonna have fun with it. And like, keep striving and trying to learn more and more and more about social media, see what works, see what don't, because there's so many like personal trainers that just wanna do this, calorie deficit, do that, do this, do that. It's just like, I wanna have a bit of fun, because like, I'm from a different generation from everyone else as well, and you're different as well. So like, how you make your content is different to how I make it. So it's just like, I want to be able to go into like another gym, for example, give a review on the gym, train over there, and just like do things to do with fitness. But even like going to the most expensive gym in Dubai, for example, I'm doing a video on me working out there with some friends. So it's just like, my vision is to have an Instagram, but it's more of a fitness influencer, to be honest.
Give off the joy that you get from working out to other people. I could definitely see that. Because as much as, like, I say, like, you could be like the typical, like, this is the best exercise of your chest. It's like, you're way more of a personality, and you would be missing out. People would be missing out. You would be cutting yourself short there. So all I'm saying is that I'll be here for when you get big, and I'll be filming you along the way.
God's plan, bro.
So God's plan that they're there. So I think we're going to wrap up this lovely podcast right here. We tackled a lot of touchy subjects, some deep topics, but we had some lovely food. Honestly, I really enjoyed that Nando's meal. Simple, nothing too crazy. Everyone loves their Nando's. So I'd say I'll give it a solid 8. A solid 8. I love food. If I say it's bad, it's going to be bad. But again, everyone's got their different tastes. So hopefully in the future, I'll get some more guests with varying tastes, varying opinions. And if I had to leave you right now, if you had one thing to say to a viewer who's struggling right now, what would you say to them?
I'll say, show up. I think it's just like, if I had to say to you, it's just like, keep going. And there's one thing that you must understand. No one is coming, so you have to do it for yourself. And if it's not for yourself, do it for your family. And if it's not for your family, just keep going. Don't give up, because you get nothing for giving up. So always strive for greatness.
Well, that's that. We'll leave it here. Catch you in the next one.
Ooh, damn. That was cold.